What is up, cool friends and shit? So new year, new me, right? So what better way to start a new year by attacking one of my favorite streamers? But nah, seriously, I don't want this to come off as like a fuck Xander Hall video. I don't like Xander Hall anymore. This is simply just me just venting, airing out my grievances. This video is mainly going to be about criticizing the way he approaches things and the future of BreadTube and what I think can be improved in that sort of like community of things. Because I don't want to pretend like it's perfect. I don't want to pretend like, you know, it's actually going somewhere, because quite frankly right now it's pretty fucking stagnant. But what made me want to make this video was seeing the fucking character assassination of fucking Actman in one of Xander Hall's recent streams a couple days ago.
I don't think Ben Shapiro convinces more people to hold right-wing positions than somebody like the Actman. Like the Actman is like the perfect example of like the most harmful type of right-wing propagandist, right? So like first you've got, why is Undead Nightmare so awesome? So it's like a review of Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, beloved game that tons of people are gonna like watch this video when they see it. It got recommended to me even, and I said don't recommend this channel. And then you've got right before that, From Software is Sexist. Even more gaming hot takes, and it's like an anti-SJW video. This guy's done a lot of videos that are just straight up like, thing is woke, thing is bad because woke, whatever. He's not as bad as like a lot of them out there like the Quartering or Geeks and Gamers, but he's definitely fallen into that trap. But like half his videos will be completely non-objectionable gaming news stuff or a game review, and then you'll get like some right-wing talking point shit, right?
Broader gaming community usually reacts harshly towards female characters. I think just the dumb parts of the gaming community, or maybe you could change this to say that the broader gaming community usually reacts harshly to poorly written characters. But then again, some people also call female protagonists woke, which is also dumb. That's like two sides of the same stupidity spectrum. It's like, gamers don't like female characters, and having a female character is woke. It's like they're both equally dumb. When GTA 6 was announced, and they said they're gonna have a female protagonist, again, people just kind of like lost their shit for no reason. You know, this is kind of where I draw the line when they start saying that Rockstar, the Rockstar Games of all companies, is gonna start being woke. So this will be GTA 6, the woke edition. Bro, game's not even out. It's got a woman in it. How is that woke? Now if they start saying, we're trying to be more politically correct in GTA 6, then maybe we can start going down that woke route. Bro, I mean, I would be shocked if Rockstar, of all companies, went woke. Or if they were like, nope, you can't kill hookers anymore, can't kill women. You know, it's no. Dude, Rockstar Games have always pushed the boundaries. They do whatever they want, and they get away with it, and they always have, and they always will. Female protag, hard pass. Sorry, the woke crowd ruined it by shoving it down our throats for the past few years. Bye. Okay, it's like, yeah, you can make fun of woke stuff. It does get annoying and tiresome, but that fucking Millennial article is kind of right sometimes. Like dumbasses just don't like female protagonists for whatever reason. I don't get it. Dude, calling everything sexist is just as cringe as calling everything woke. Can we agree on that? Like, can we at least try to have some like reasonable common sense?
No, I'm not a Actman dick writer, but I've been watching the dude for a couple years, and hearing him say that, you can even see me in the chat. I said, what? Right? You can even see me in the fucking chat. I think this was horribly just done. I don't think this was a fair representation of Actman's character whatso fucking ever. For him to sit there and actually call him to say that he is one of the worst kinds of anti-SJW content creators out there. And it really, I think that just demonstrate the biggest problem, or one of the biggest problems. Oh shit, frames. One of the biggest problems that I have with him is that Xander Hall's tendency to jump the fucking gun on people and just mow them the fuck down and shit, and just not relent whatsoever. And it's just like, why? What they like? What the fuck did Actman do? I understand he follows right-leaning people on Twitter. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, but people can be right-leaning, but still be not the fucking worst anti-SJW content creator in the fucking world, and not even labeling him like that. He's an anti-SJW content creator. It's so fucking dishonest. It just really shows us like, my friend, you don't watch his fucking videos, because I watch his videos. I watch his reviews a lot of the times. Actman is one of the most level. Actman is JonTron without the fucking Nazi shit. That's what Actman is, okay? I've even showed you in the fucking clips that was in the video that fucking Xander Hall pointed out and being like, ha, see, ha, look, ha, that shows he's a fucking Nazi, or that shows he's an anti-SJW. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that statement alone wouldn't be so bad had it not be for Xander Hall's another tendency of him to do, is that whenever someone ever so slightly disagrees with him, he has a tendency to also jump the gun on that person and berate them and belittle them and call them fucking stupid, and you know, either straight up ban them from chat or do this smug little fucking look and be like, you're kind of stupid, you fucking. That's not fucking fair at all. That is so fucking not fair, right? It just really goes to show how it really shows Xander Hall's like unwillingness to like engage with opposition in a fucking intellectually honest way. Like Xander Hall isn't looking for an open discussion about something and letting people's opinions be heard and striving for good discourse. Xander Hall doesn't care about that anymore. It feels like he's going down the direction of like, I don't want good discourse. I just want to preach to you because that's easy, right? I don't feel like he's intending to do that. I don't think that's malicious. I think it's what I call oscillating, right? It's just idling. It's just like, oh, I'm just hanging around in this area. I'm not going to dare venture out of it. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous as fuck. Because like it or not, BreadTube, all that kind of shit, that is, the online is the way politics is fought nowadays. And BreadTube is the face of the online left, whether you like it or not. So I want these people to strive to be as intellectually honest, as good faith as possible. And if there's no room for honest discussion, at least make your opponent look like a fucking dumbass, right? But it feels like and you might be saying, well, isn't that technically what he's fucking doing? It's like, but no, he's also, what Xander Hall is doing is people who just mildly disagree with him. He's just like, you're an anti-SJW, right? And I feel like this is going to give me some shit from some Xander Hall fans. I think he did this with Shoe on Head. I'm not any Shoe on Head simp or fan. I've literally never watched a single fucking one of her videos. I've only seen the videos that Xander Hall has shown on his fucking stream, right? And some clips here and there. But I don't know the bitch. What Xander Hall did is not accuse her of causing the shooting that happened, but essentially accused her of being dishonest, right? But instead of I don't think him tweeting his initial tweet out, calling Shu out, I don't think that was wrong. I think that could have been such a fucking good opportunity to open up a discussion about, hey Shu, you have a platform. And when you have that big ass fucking platform, you have responsibilities, and you have to approach things in a level-headed way. I understand entertaining these conspiracy theories can be very entertaining. I understand lighting pedophiles the fuck up is really fun. Don't misunderstand me. That is fucking fun. I've done it myself. But we have to be a little bit more clear about what our position is on this topic. Right, we have to be a little bit more clear, because I don't think Shu is anti-LGBT, and I don't think Xander Hall thinks she is anti-LGBT. But because of this whole drama that happened, and because Shu was never, I feel like she was never given the chance to actually discuss with the people that had an issue with her content. She was just painted as oh, you're a Nazi, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch, I don't care what you're fucking saying. What? That's not how you should be approaching these things. That is how you push people to being more alt-right. And considering the current political climate, is that let's think about this for a moment. For just a couple seconds. Is that something that we really need right fucking now, Xan and other fucking BreadTubers? I'm not just accusing Xan. I'm only focusing on Xan because I know him the most. BreadTuber, I don't know him personally, right? But, I watch his content a lot more than any other BreadTuber, really. But I feel like a lot of them really do the same fucking thing, because after Xander Hall's tweet and Shu's reaction, all other lefties just be like, oh, okay, we're on the fuck Shu train now. And it's like, no one gave her a fucking opportunity to actually explain herself, or no one ever gave her that chance to be like, hey, I don't think you're anti-LGBT, but let's talk about this. And Xander Hall is going to give you the fucking excuse. He's going to give you the fucking excuse of Shu's really hard to get a hold of and blah, 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 right? I understand she might be hard to get a hold with, but the solution isn't to jump the fucking gun and gun her the fuck down on Twitter, right? That's not the fucking solution to fucking do just because she's hard to get a hold of, right? I think people need to start approaching these normie content creators, right? I put that in air quotes because a lot of the times these people can get a little political from time to time, right? So it's not like they're entirely normies, but Head has a normie audience. She has a pretty fairly normie audience. But now, after this whole fucking character assassination of her, painting her as this anti-LGBT fucking trans-hating person, now you've kind of just reduced her audience to a bunch of fucking Nazis. And when your audience is going to be consisting of mainly Nazis, it's only going to lead her content to naturally side with Nazi shit, right? Does that not make sense? Does that not make sense? Is that a fucking stupid thing? I don't... It's just... There needs to be a lot more... We need to fucking, like, cool our jets and slow the fuck down. Because people like Actman, people like Head, these people are important to win over. Maybe not even necessarily win over, but be like, hey, we're not fucking psychopaths, okay? We're not going to character assassinate you because you made a dumb, insensitive fucking tweet, okay? Everyone does that. I understand that you're a fucking normie. You're not culturally sensitive, okay? I get it. That's fine. Not everyone is culturally sensitive. Not everyone is or even sensitive at all. Some people are just straight up like, I'll just say what's on my mind. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, right? Like, the left needs to be, specifically the online left, needs to be a lot more level-headed. Needs to be a lot more willing to integrate themselves and cement themselves into other communities. I don't see that happening with BreadTube. I see them, every single one of them does the same exact fucking shit. And that is react streams, gaming streams, and talking about doom and gloom shit, right? Which is like, that on its own, it's not a bad thing. It's educating. I get a lot of my information from a lot of these fucking streamers, right? Or not necessarily get a lot of information, but I'm made aware of a lot of things from these fucking streamers, and I'm thankful and grateful for it. But this doesn't do anything in the grand scheme of things. Educating someone like me, who, while I can do a lot with that information and help turn a lot of people over, it's really the people who have the bigger fucking audience, the bigger fucking influence to do those things. And it doesn't seem like they're really doing that. Xanderhall used to do this. He used to fucking do this. He was somewhat cementing himself into the commentary community with Augie and Nick DiOrio. I like that. That was a good idea, Zan. Why'd you fucking stop? It doesn't make any sense. And it's like, Augie, a couple months ago, made a video kind of calling him out when Zan made the whole, like, YouTube hates trans people thing, and he never responded. I never seen any fucking, I didn't see any, like, stream segment on it or nothing. He just let that fucking slide. And it's like, well, why not engage with that? Why not engage with that? Why not engage with Augie again and be like, hey, you know what? This is how I feel about this position. And maybe you could get Augie to fucking be like, you know what? Now that you mention it, now that you say it like that, that makes sense. That's actually reasonable. That's actually understandable. That's what we should be fucking doing. But it seems like it's not worth it anymore for some fucking reason. It's like, even in the YouTube algorithm and views and likes and all that kind of shit and traction to your channel, you mainly get that from interacting, having whatchamacallit, like, not text-based conversations, but voice-to-voice conversations, discussions, and interactions with people. That's what gets the fucking views and likes and debating and stuff like that. That is the most important fucking thing, and I don't see any BreadTubers really fucking doing it. Xanderhall, if you're watching this, highly unlikely, but when was the last time you actually debated someone? Think about that for a second. I don't mean this as like a fucking, I'm not meaning this to put you down, but think about, when was the last time you debated someone? Because the last time I could think of genuinely debating someone, not just sniping them on Twitter, but genuinely fucking debating someone, when was the last time that happened? I don't know, maybe that time you went to Texas and you showed up for that in-person debate thing? Like, I think it was it Better Discourse? I think it was Better Discourse. Or was it Modern Day Debate? I can't remember exactly. But, you know, point being, it's been a fucking hot minute, hasn't it, Zan? Like, that kind of content is super fucking important. Because not only are you being confronted on your ideals and you're hardening yourself to confrontation and opposing rhetoric and opinions and arguments, in a debate format, which you can learn more from than just sniping people on Twitter. but you're also interacting with their audience. And sometimes these people might have normies or fence sitters that are a little bit unsure about a lot of these arguments that are being said, or sometimes people just they like modern day debate. They like watching debates, and they hear someone like Xander Hall say something based about trans people and be like, I actually never thought about it like that. I'm actually like gonna be a lot more for trans people now. It's like, that's what needs to fucking happen, is those fucking discussions. And it feels like no BreadTuber is really fucking doing it, right? Like, I would say, you're gonna hate me for this too. You're gonna fucking hate me for this too. Destiny. He's a great fucking example. He's a great fucking example. Controversial figure, says and does a lot of controversial things, still has a hate boner for Vosh, I will admit that. I think what Destiny is doing in cementing himself in these red-pilled communities and stuff like that, interacting with people like Sneeko and confronting them on their ideals and stuff like that, I think that is super fucking good. I think that is doing a lot of fucking good in the long term, right? Is not just fucking like pouncing and attacking on these people and just beating them the fuck up. It's like, some of these people have fence sitters. Some of these people have people that all they need to hear is like a good opposing argument that can't be refuted. And then it's like, you've won them over, right? This is how I was won over. The debate that won me over was a debate what Destiny had with Stryker, because I think that perfectly exemplifies the misinformation that is circulating in the right. I feel like that whole entire debate really goes to show how fucking intellectually dishonest a lot of these fucking conservative actors are, right? And even if you might consider someone like Sneeko intellectually dishonest, he is. But let's say, for the sake of fairness, that let's even if you might think that of him or not think that of him, it's important to have those kinds of in-person discussions with him, right? To make him sound like a fucking idiot, to make him realize this is making me look like a fucking embarrassment. Everyone collectively admits that the debate he had with Hunter Avalon, Sneeko looked like a fucking idiot that entire fucking time. And it was just a massive fucking cope on his end. He couldn't spit out a genuine argument to save his fucking life. It was just ad hom after ad hom after ad hom after ad hom. And Sneeko can make actual arguments sometimes, but that whole debate, he never really did it. He just went for ad hom attacks the entire fucking time and just went like, I think I made my point. And it's like, no, you fucking didn't. You look like a fucking idiot the whole entire time, right? I don't know, man. Like, I really don't want to see BreadTube doing this oscillating shit, being this hyper aggressive, fucking like divisive thing, right? I don't want to see us pushing normies away because we simply very slightly disagree with them. I think it's really important to win a lot of these people over and have open and honest discussions. And it feels like that doesn't happen anymore. It feels like there's hardly any fucking streamers that consistently engage with opposition. You know, I mean, the only people that I could think of is people like Hunter Avalon, who has debates literally every single fucking stream with whoever the fuck wants to show the fuck up, right? Big people, small people, insignificant people, just literally anonymous people. He'll debate literally fucking anybody. Same thing with Destiny. Destiny will sit there and have a good faith discussion with people, and on top of that, he will push back against a lot of their talking points in a way that they can't fucking refute it, and it makes them look stupid. I think that should be the goal, but it feels like this oscillating, you know, just idling and stuff like that. That doesn't do anything, right? It's so sad and it's disappointing, and I want to see that change. What I want to see the BreadTube community do is I want to see them cementing themselves in other fucking communities, not just the commentary community, not just the red pill community. I want to see them like, cementing themselves in like gaming, like a lot more cementing in gaming communities. Hunter Avalon, I think, recently had a guy on that was explaining how he used comedy to turn over people who were like edgy teenagers and said a lot of horrible shit about trans people, that he used jokes made edgy jokes about the suffering of trans people, and a lot of those edgy teens found that funny and were using those jokes. You know, and like that's progress, right? That's fucking progress. But it feels like no one really does that shit anymore. It's like so fucking rare and far and few between. I want to see these things change, and I think the biggest thing that'll help is seeing people cement themselves in other communities, right? And I don't want to fucking hear the excuse of, you know, like, oh, I just need to move to Seattle. It's like, you could be doing that right fucking now. It's like, it's not going to cost you any money. It's not going to cost you any money. And a matter of fact, I think it's going to help grow your fucking stream and your viewer base. I mean, I understand you just hit 80,000 subscribers and that's a big high for you. And that's a big, you know, that's a big fucking deal, right? But I just, again, like, it's like there could be so much more done, and it doesn't feel like he's going in that direction. It doesn't feel like any BreadTuber is really going in that direction. It feels like they're just oscillating, right? But anyways, that's it. That's the end of the video. If you like this video, you found it interesting, and you want more videos like this to be made in the future, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and stuff like that. That stuff really helps me in the algorithm and stuff like that. I'm really trying to grow this channel and have open, honest, interesting conversations about things, you know, and if he's willing to have it, I would like to have this conversation with Xander Hall, public or private, doesn't fucking matter to me. I would enjoy that. My goal isn't to get attention from this. That I don't want people to fucking misinterpret me for that. I hope I've made it fucking clear I'm genuinely passionate about this, and I want things to change because the future is looking very dark at the moment, especially for LGBT people, and Jewish people, Jewish people as well. It's looking pretty dark for minorities in general. So I think now is more than ever more important to, like, you know, let's, you know, get off our fucking ass and let's start cementing ourselves in these other communities and stuff like that. I'm doing my part in doing it in VR chat. This is the community I'm choosing to cement myself into, to you know, spread those messages and, you know, do rhetoric shit and convince people and, you know, make asses out of Nazis and shit like that. I'm doing my part. I really want to see other content creators, left-leaning content creators, do this too. Yeah, that's it. Do the thing, all that kind of good shit. Pretty simple, right?